and welcome to Add More Zest, and my name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I have finished my Oraloa painting. I loved doing this, I will say. This was a square. The diamonds are amazing, very happy with the closeness of the diamonds, the quality of the diamonds. I multi-placed my way through quite a bit of this. My decision wheel was picking this left, right and centre. No idea why, but I feel like I got through this really, really fast. But it is smaller. It's a 40 by 50, so it's not small, but it's smaller. It's a 40 by 50. I really like the AB placement, so I'm not sure how much you can tell, but to give you an overview, we have these darker parts of this wave here are all AB blocks. We then have blocks here for the white on the surfboard is blocks of AB. We also have some blocks in this part of sort of the sky, excuse me, and one part on her costume. So that's where the blocks are. But then these lighter or turquoisey blue, mid blue waves have a scattering round the outside. And so it really is a scattering of them. There is then also scatterings in all of these, which on the original image are like little hearts, and it's amazing how many of them have actually come across as hearts, even though when you're doing them they're not. And then there is some AB in this sort of middle heart, which again from a distance looks like a heart, but when you look close it doesn't. So that doesn't look like a heart, but as soon as you move it away, I'm like, yeah, that could be a heart. So yeah, so really, really nice AB placement. Very, very happy with this painting. So I do need to bob it away. That's too big. This is where I'm going to end up wasting a little bit. But this one, I don't have a home for it to go up into. But I'm going to chop down a piece of pipe flagging, and then they do come with a slit so you can put it around a pipe, but that slit is where I took in the painting itself. I like to cut it about the length of the sort of actual diamonds, because then I can roll it up, stops the diamonds squooshing down and sagging on themselves, but it doesn't end up sticking out of the end or being too close to the end, you know, where you have to sort of push it down because it's poking out this end and all that sort of stuff. So for now, that's going to go back in its box, but very, very happy with the quality of Oraloa, which is great because I keep unboxing diamond paintings from them, so I'm happy to add them to my stash. But I do need to dekit the diamonds. I have my cover paper sheets that I was using. I do actually have the odd smaller one. Do I have more? Some of them may have made it into my cart. Some of them just get popped into my cart, but let's pop those back in there. I have a cover paper holder in my cart, and then I also have one in here ready for kitting up. So we'll pop those away. These two are empty. These were actually pinks that were used right at the end on the sky, and I just got lazy and didn't take the labels off. But those have been emptied out. So here we go. It's time to bob these away. Are they in DMC order? They kind of look like they are. Oh no, there's the occasional one that isn't. So let's put these into DMC order first up, just because that will make every next step of the process so much easier to do. Some of them are some of them feel like they're in order. That's an AB, but some of them aren't. That's a 3,600, 700s, 3,000, And it may just be me rearranging, well, it probably is me rearranging them that has made them out of order. That's an AB, that's an AB, and that one is. So there's 4 ABs in this one. Pretty sure it was 4. So let's say all the 3000s I tend to put to one side and I deal with the 3000s later. It's sort of my stopgap. Oh no, there is 5 ABs, sorry. 5200 was also an AB. So 8s and 9s. So there we go. That is my diamonds that need to go away. First thing I need to do is see if any of these need to go into my Heaven and Earth design for my black and white. 300 no, 317 no, 318. Which bag can I squeeze these into? Let's try this one. So 318 can go into here. Little bit of static, but not too much. Nothing a good flick of the pot won't work. And then take the stickers off. Oh, they come off nicely. No residue there. I'm liking that even more. 400s, no, 414, 415, 762, 779. This is where having them split up is a lot easier. 938, no, 3072. Of which, of course, my 3000s aren't done. 3371. We have that one. Oh, and I actually don't have a bag for those ones. So let's grab an empty bag. Pop in 3371. And just do myself a little label. 3371. I'm wondering, what I did. You ready for this one? I balanced this box on something before this de-kitting. And it fell off and went everywhere. So Catherine, bless her, did tidy it up for me and sort it out. And I don't actually think that 3371 is in my 15 colour Heaven and Earth design. I don't think it's in there. But it may be that I left the little card. So I'm going to leave it in there anyway. And deal with that at a later date that is in no way now. Okay, and I don't have any white. So that's any Heaven and Earth design diamonds I need for that box. All done. Pop that box on the floor. Then my blacks all go in here. So these are my 310s in square, of which I have quite a few to add, though as soon as you put them in there, it doesn't necessarily look like I've added any, because there's just that many in there. So many diamonds. Okay, that one just decided to rip, so let's get that to stick on there. Got a little bit of trash in the pot, so that can go on the floor for hoovering later. And that's my 310s away. So now I can do my sort of normal diamonds and get those away before I sort out my ABs. So the ABs I will sort out secondary. But we need 162. So for those that are new to the channel or my de-kitting videos, this is my system for spare diamonds. So I use a photo box. I have 3 photo boxes for square diamonds because I've been collecting for 5 years. And I have 2 boxes for round diamonds. These will be having a sort out soon, depending on how quick I get my Heaven and Earth design finished, which actually may have started before or after this video, who knows. because I'm doing this video a little bit in advance. But yeah, basically this photo box system can grow with you. So if you've just started diamond painting, more than likely you will only need one photo box. But as you go and as you grow, you can scoop them over into other boxes as you get more and more diamonds. This is probably the least full box that I have for my diamonds, because I do have some empty containers from the likes of these boxes in the back just to keep it propped. And then I'm using my small bookmark just to keep my place while I put any diamonds away. I have limited myself, personally, I've chosen to limit myself to one bag per colour. I figure that will be plenty for any missing diamonds. If I am missing more than that, then if I'm missing more than a full bag, then I probably didn't receive my diamonds from the supplier. Because it is amazing how many diamonds you can fit in these bags. Apologies if you can hear Luna. I have no idea what she is going crazy at. But yeah, I pop them away, and some of them I have used to do a cross stitch pattern, my Heaven and Earth design. Some of my spare diamonds are used for that. Some of them are used if a kit doesn't come with enough. While pretty much all suppliers, most suppliers, a lot of suppliers will send you the replacement diamonds that you're missing. You have to wait for them, and this is a great way to be able to grab spares to replace any that you may need replacing in the moment, even if you then choose to have them sent to you later on from the painting that they were missing from. You also can use them for doing other sort of items. So you may decide to do, like I've done, cross stitch conversion, get a blank canvas and, ooh, new colour, and pop the diamonds. Use your spare diamonds to do a cross stitch conversion. You may want to do some sort of freestanding diamond paintings where you just make your own patterns with your spares. Some people decorate coasters, cups. So there's all sorts of different things that you can do with your spares, but this way you know which DMC numbers they are. And as I say, it can grow with you. You're not setting up a system that you then have to change 5 years down the line because you've all of a sudden don't fit in that system anymore. You can just buy another photo box, scoop your numbers across and carry on as you were. Okay, that is a new colour. It may be in my other big Heaven and Earth design, but we'll find that out later. But that is my 100s to 600s box done. My next box, this is my fullest. This is my 700s to 900s. And this one is a lot more jam-packed. Jam-packed. As I say, the time this video goes out, I don't know whether I would have started to do my spare storage spring clean or not. It depends on how quick I get my Heaven and Earth design finished. But I am planning on some of these bags that are very, very full. I am planning on taking some out and just whittling them down a bit so that I can de-kit quicker. Right, just arrange those into number order. I can go back and two, but it just saves me counting up, counting down. Got another one that's a new number. So I'll put that one aside and we will update the logbook in a bit. Then I need 738. I think I've got some of these, just a few. But yeah, I limit myself to one bag. Some people prefer to put them separately. So can you see I do have a couple of different shades in there. Some people prefer to have bags with different shades. Some people like to have bags with different manufacturers. So maybe they'll have 2 bags in here. One, they will keep Diamond Art Club diamonds completely separate to everything else. Things like that. And that is, you know, personal choice. But this storage system will work for that just as much as any other. There is no limit to how many bags you can have in here. When I first started this system, when I first created this system and started using it, I originally had, first up, I had separate bags for every painting I dekitted. So what I actually did was I dekitted into small bags and wrote the number on. Come on, I've got one that's stuck. I dekitted every single kit into bags and labelled them and then popped the bags in my box. So every painting had its own bag. But as you can imagine, things like 310 and stuff just got absolutely redonkulously crazy really, really quick. I then had a period of time where I kept Evermoment diamonds separate. Apart from Diamond Art Club, a few years ago, that was the only place that you could get really nice quality diamonds from. And, you know, the nice quality resin diamonds that we now know and love. So I used to keep those diamonds separate from any others. But now I've taken the decision to just mix them up. I found it doesn't make a difference to me when I'm just replacing a few. But again, it's personal preference. You may want to keep resin diamonds separate to, you know, the ones from companies that provide cheaper ones that aren't resin. It really is a personal preference, but this system can work for any. See, it's the likes of this bag that when I do my spring clean, I'm going to empty a load out of this because it is taking up so much space in this storage box, and more than it needs to. So I can start passing diamonds on to others that are maybe doing a cross stitch conversion, or maybe they've run out of a colour and it's not a colour they've got. There is a Facebook group. There's a Facebook group in most countries. Did I take a colour off then for a new one? It wasn't 823. It wasn't 794. 806 was that? 806, that was it. I'll have people in the comments telling me that was one you didn't have. So I popped the sticker there. Do you know what? Maybe I just need to update my logbook as I go. I think that's the safer option for me. So this is my logbook that I have a reference of my spares. So 597, I do have a H next to it. Where did I put the rubber or eraser? There we go. I have a H next to 597, which means I do have some of these diamonds and they are in my Heaven and Earth design. So now I can put that they're in my spares. 721. That is a brand new colour to me. So 721, I didn't have in square or in rounds, but I now have them in squares. So I have one brand new colour to me. And then 806, another brand new colour to me. I didn't have them in squares or in rounds. And I got the right one, which is good to know. Okay, so they're both updated. This painting, even though it's a 40 by 50, has given me 2 brand new colours so far. Let's see if we get any more. Let's see if I can get these 900s to fit in, because this one is a beast. Let's get these in some sort of order. Okay, 931. And this is a beast because there's so many 900 colours in diamond painting, and so many of them I have a lot of. So they take up quite a bit of space. Okay, 934. That's another fairly popular one. My bag's not full for this one yet, but it's getting close. 934. See, that's kind of a nice amount in that bag. When you flatten it down, it will fill it up, but it gives you room to put a few more in without preferably taking too much space. Whereas this one, 939, as we all know, is a very popular colour. It's getting very close to needing to be treated like my blacks are, where I just throw them all in a big bag. But then that would defeat the option of the spare storage. I'm going to see what it's like when I've done my spring clean. If I need to go into 4 boxes for my squares, then I need to go into 4. But ideally, I would like to keep them to 3. That would be in an ideal world, I would like to keep them to 3. But we shall see. I've got loads of diamonds left of all the colours for these. So I've had no trouble with thinking that I may run out of any. I've been really, really happy. It was a really nice painting to do, an enjoyable painting. Excuse me. An enjoyable painting to do. It's been such great fun. So I'm kind of excited as to which large painting I'm going to do next. So I've got the excitement of finishing painting, quickly followed by the excitement of kitting up a new painting. I've sorted out my decision wheel ready. So I use a decision wheel to pick the next painting to work on. I have taken the suggestions that were given during June Waffle. So I've decided to split my square and round paintings, my big ones at the moment. I have a Diamond Art Club mystery painting on the go, and I have a round painting from Dreamers Designs on the go at the moment. So I'm going to have, another one. I'm going to have it so that I have 2 squares and 1 round on the go, because I have more square paintings than I do round. That's where my odds are. So because I'm de-kitting a square, I'm going to kit up a square to replace it. So I've got my decision wheel all ready. Hang on, let me update this. So 976. This is one that is in my Heaven and Earth design, my big project that I've either nearly finished or finished, depending on when this video goes up. But that's now in my normal. So my decision wheel. For my decision wheel, it was suggested during June Waffle to have a free section, so a free option on my decision wheel where I can pick what painting to do, so I can choose from all of them if the decision wheel chooses that option. Which means to me it doesn't feel like it's cheating as much, because I have pushed in quite a few paintings into the front of the queue recently, but having the free option doesn't make me feel as guilty. But what I've also done is I've added a free option, but according to manufacturer. So there's one option in my wheel that just says free, which means I can pick any painting from my stash, from my square stash, and kit that one up. I then have a section, or a few sections, so I have one that is Diamond Art Studio free, Diamond Art Club free, Oraloa free, Carrot Art free, Dreamer Designs free, which basically means I can still pick which picture I do, but it needs to be from that manufacturer. So it sort of varies things up, and the amount of paintings I have in my decision wheel, believe me, it's still, the odds are it's going to hit a painting than it's going to pick a free section. So it gives me, you know, that little bit of scope that I can sort of pick whichever one I want, but in turn, yeah, just makes it random, and I'm never going to know, or I'm not going to know as I start the video which one it's going to pick. Right, I'm just sorting these again into order roughly. And this is my second fullest box. It's the 3/8 in this box that make it fit to burst in. But there's quite a lot of colours in this painting. Didn't quite hit 60. I used my 70 bottle case because it was the only one available to me at the time. But I will be dekitting from another 60 bottle case that my daughter was using. I ended up finishing off the paintings, but she was using it to hold it and take them all to uni with her, but she's decided to give them back, which is fine, and it means I get my case back. Okay, 750. Another quite popular one. I've still got quite a few diamonds, but it's not like full to bursting, but this one was also in my Heaven and Earth design, so I've used a load of these in my big Heaven and Earth design project painting, which is the main reason that I've gone through a lot of my spares. And I do have, which will be coming in the future, not for a bit yet, but I do have a blank canvas, one of the printed canvases you can get from Heaven and Earth Design. They use it's Crown Jewel canvas, so it's poured glue. It's a printed canvas. I chose to have it printed in black and white, so it looks a bit like a mystery painting. But I didn't get any diamonds with it, so I am going to be using my spares to get my diamonds for that project too. But that is a little bit of a later down the line, because there's only so many projects that I can have on the go at once, and I need to learn to rein in my projects. I need to get my other ones finished. I also want to do one of the big numbered ones from Diamond Art Studio. Either the one that's 192 colours or the one that's 196. I'm going to do one of those before I do that canvas. But then I'll do that canvas. So it gives me time as well to start collecting diamonds for it. Start putting them aside so that I have loads. Okay, we have another number, 3773. And that is another brand new number. It is not in my Heaven and Earth design. I didn't have round or square diamonds in this colour, but I do now. Do you know, it has been years since I have had a diamond painting give me so many brand new numbers to update my spares with. Because of course I've been diamond painting now for 5 years, the amount of new colours that I get gets less and less. But this painting has managed to give me 3 brand new colours that I have not had before. Not only not had in square, I've not had them in round either. So I'm definitely filling in some gaps. Right, get my 3/8 in order. So 3803. Oh, it was a thin bag then. I thought, is this a new one? No, not quite. So 3803. Nearly there with the diamonds, and then I can do my ABs. 3805. See, that's probably how full I want the bags going forward. I'm still putting them in at the moment until I've done my spring clean. But then I'll be very conscious about putting diamonds in my giveaway box going forward. But like every good organisation system, every now and then it does just need a little bit of maintenance for a little bit of a spring clean, a little bit of a straighten up. And that's what I'm going to be doing with this, if I've not already started. Joys of dekitting this painting a few weeks before the video goes up. Okay, 3809. Another one. Again, this is a very full row, so I do struggle to get some of the diamonds in. Hopefully, once I've sorted stuff out, if it's still quite full, I might shuffle it over and start the 3/8 further back. But I'm going to do all that on my spring clean. At the moment, when I originally set this box up to just be squares, I had enough room for them. But I will have a proper jiggle over a few weeks. It's not something I'm doing in one sitting. But over a few weeks, I'm going to dekit my Heaven and Earth design picture with over 200 colours and sort out my spares as sort of a twofer process, which means that it's not an overwhelming project to do because I'm spreading it out. But I do get 2 jobs as such. For want of a better word, 2 jobs ticked off my list when I do it. Okay, last but by no means least, last of the regular diamonds is 3853. Okay, so 3 brand new to me colours from that painting, which I am rather impressed about. That is a good place to be. And that is my regular diamonds away. Now I need to sort out my AB diamonds. So I don't have as many AB diamonds. However, I do use my AB diamonds a lot. I take some of these with my Paint Gem Minis to add a little bit of sparkle and things like that. I actually do have some of my AB diamonds with a Paint Gem Mini set. So I know 5200, and I can tell it by looking in here, 5200 I do have in squares, but the bag for it is not here. That is because it is currently in a Paint Gem Mini set. So I'm going to have to pop that one away in a minute and do it that way. But let's go through the rest in order. So 321 is a brand new AB to me. So let me get my stickers. I use our DMC stickers in blue for my ABs. I have a set in round and a set in square. So of course I'm dealing with squares, so this is my square set. We get a bag from our bag and book ring set, and this is what I use for my spares, for my ABs. So 321 is an AB. I do also have Diamond Art Club AB numbers that are on some of them in pink. Because Oraloa give you the actual DMC numbers, I'm not going to look at the conversion now. I don't have my phone with me. I haven't hunted down where I put the flipping photo. But when I do dekit a Diamond Art Club square, that's when I'll update any of their numbers. So 321 I now have as well. 819. So I go to 819. I don't have that one either. So let's give 819 a tick. Get another bag. And this was a suggestion from a subscriber as well, to pop the sticker in the bottom left hand corner, and that means that I can flip through it when it's on its book ring and see perfectly what DMC numbers I have. But this is a nice selection to be able to add. I'm getting quite a few nice new AB numbers, which is always good. Okay, 996, I'm as sure as sure that I do have that one. And this one actually already has the Diamond Art Club conversion on it. It's probably come from a Diamond Art Club painting. But I have quite a few of those. It's a very popular AB colour actually. I've seen it pop up across quite a few of my paintings that I've unboxed. And then last but by no means least, 3766. I don't have that one either. So this one needs a new bag. So I've got 3 new ABs out of 5 and 3 brand new colours out of one 40 by 50 painting, which is really good. But yeah, I find this book rings works best for me for ABs because I don't have a ridiculous amount. Once it does get to the point that it, you know, gets too many to fit on a book ring for my squares, then I will probably move to a photo box. But for now, this works because it's easier for me to grab this book ring to add AB paintings to other diamond paintings that don't have them, which is what I do a lot. I actually have a couple of bags on this ring that are actually empty because I use them for, there we go, 973 and 603. I have actually used all of my spares on Paint Gem mini paintings, giving them an extra little bit of sparkle. So these get used the most out of any of my spares, because who doesn't like to add a little bit of bling to some paintings? Say just a little touch adds a nice little bit. But there we go. That is that dekitted. I say I do need to just pop those in the bag I already have. It's just in the other room. And if I tried to go and pause the video to go and get it, I would have to spend 10 minutes saying hello to Luna. So I will do it afterwards. My spares are updated on my logbook and this can now go away. Stay tuned. I will be kitting up another large painting very soon so I can add it into the few paintings that I'm working on at the moment. But I've also got all details linked below on the storage system that I use for my spares. Is all linked down below. Things like my logbook, they are all on my website as well. But thank you so much for watching and I'll speak to you all again soon.